want to let you know a little bit more about me. I figure now that I have the time. Might as well, right? I've had ideas for doing shows like this from kind of a younger age, honestly. When I was really little, I had my own YouTube channel, and I tried to do like funny, like they were cheesy videos because I had no money. I grew up poor. I'm just less poor now. But I would try to do videos like of little Bionicles fighting one another, and they were cheesy. They were shot on a rinky-dink webcam that I got and could barely run on my very junky computer at the time. And a few years later, this was followed by my cousins and I, before they moved over to Mexico, we would take their parents' video recorder, or their little camcorder, back when people had those, and we would try doing like a variety show back when iCarly was a thing, before the revival, so that might be dating myself here. But we would do a show, and it was called Taco Time TV. Honestly, I don't even really know what happened to the episodes now at this point, but the ideas were always there. And then for a long time, the ideas were always kind of put on the back burner. I was introduced to the world of business, and at that time, at a younger age, just kind of growing up in the neighborhood I was in and the schools that I went to, I figured at the time I didn't think that I could make it, or even that I could have the talents to pull off something like what I'm doing now. So I stuck to business for the longest time, and I tried everything. I mean, I took business classes in my high school. I was even in FBLA. I even went to the state competition for FBLA my sophomore and senior year. I actually placed in state my sophomore year. I got accepted into UNC right after I got out of high school as a business administration student with an emphasis in marketing, and I really tried to make it work. For years, even my first few years at Ames coming here, I thought, I'm going to be a business student, I'm going to pull this off. And this in no way, shape, or form am I throwing shade at business students. But as the years went on, I realized it wasn't for me. And I'll do it. I'll be a little bit more vulnerable. It got to the point where mentally it was starting to mess with me in more ways than one. And the vast majority of these years, I've been paying for school out of my own pocket. And I finally came to a realization last summer. I figured, why am I paying this kind of money to do this degree that I was literally starting to feel sick of? Like, I would come to classes, and no shade absolutely to anyone taking them or faculty or anything, but I was physically feeling sick starting to take them after so many years. And I finally came to an epiphany. I finally said, you know what? I'm done. I'm not going to do this business thing anymore. I'm going to pursue what I really want to do. I'm the one paying for it. I'm going to get the most out of my money. And it confused a lot of people. I can't say I blame them. Even when I started for the first couple of weeks in class, I was confused myself as to whether or not I made the right choice or not. And to this day, I know that there are still people out there that are either scratching their heads or they're doubting me. And that's okay. You know, I'm not here to please them. I'm here doing something that I absolutely love. And I'm going to keep doing it. These past 10 years, and yes, I am a bit older, I'm 26. So from 16 to about 25, like late 24, early 25, I was in a whirlwind. I'll let you folks in on this. There were a lot of things about myself I had to figure out. I was I was outgoing. I considered myself a good student, but I just let myself do a lot of things that, looking back now, I kind of wish I would have done differently. I wish that I would have loved myself more instead of trying to base my happiness off of being in a relationship or trying to be popular. I wish that I would have, at that time, sought better, or how should I say this? That I would have really put in more effort to improving myself instead of letting myself sit in the same cycles over and over again. I haven't been in a romantic relationship in almost 5 years now. And honestly, I think that might have been the best thing for me still. Not that I'm saying I wouldn't be in one, but right now, if it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I have these shows, I have this station, I have this platform, and I'm loving every second of it. There are some days, even still to this day, like I said, I'm letting you in, where, especially at the beginning, I was terrified. Because at the time, there was a woman I loved a lot. I mean, I almost got married to her out of high school. Looking at it now, and I know a lot of you are going to be like, man, you were dumb. And yeah, I was. Like, I'll be the first one to admit it. In many ways, I was young and I was a fool, and I tried to almost like plan my whole future around her. Careers almost, trying to make everything around her, and I'm not going to say her name, but we were basing everything around ourselves and being like, oh, we're going to be married and have babies and have our own little family. And at the end of the day, it didn't work. You know, obviously there were reasons behind it, reasons I'm not going to reveal on air. I'm not here to throw her name through the dirt, because the fact of the matter is, she was there for me when a lot of other people really weren't. So I can't throw shade at her for that, no matter how hard I tried, even at the beginning, because at the beginning there was a lot of complicated feelings after her and I split. But over the years, I've learned to just be happy and to enjoy the life that I have, because the fact of the matter is, I've been so lucky. I have a family that supports me, and they're encouraging me to pursue this outlet, this passion of mine. I have a stable group of friends that are also encouraging me, and they're there for me. I have my adorable little cat who is probably encouraging me in her own special way, and she's just shown me so much love and kindness, and I adore that little kitty. And it probably all just sounds like a rambling rant at this point, but hey, it's my show. Hopefully some of you stuck around to listen, but if not, I get it. You're probably wondering, what's this millennial dude doing? But simply, all I really do have to say right now is, don't give up. There's a lot of moments where the world feels dark and heavy, especially right now. Just don't give up. Follow whatever it is that you love to do. Doesn't matter if it makes sense to anyone else but you. Follow what you want to do. We only get one life on this planet.